Good morning. Welcome to today's Global Harmonization. Thank you for joining. My name is Ian Gray, for those of you that are new to this. And I share this harmonization every single morning where the first 10 minutes or so, we talk a little bit about different distinctions, etymology, casting spells, magic, woo-woo stuff, sometimes scientific stuff, and just really breaking down, getting things into the human consciousness that are uplifting, empowering, exciting, and inspiring, just getting people to really realize the power that they have within inside. How every single person that is on this planet is born with so many unique gifts, and really embracing those gifts is really the answer to everything. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about love. This is an often topic that we have here because it's such a paramount thing, and I think love can be talked about for ages. And can we even capture the essence of what it is, the infinite depths of what love is with words? See, when I first thought that I was in love with someone, when I learned about love and what love was, there were so many different angles coming at me. There's the phrases that go along with it: to be in love with someone, to make love, to love ice cream. They all have like different connotations to it. Like, I remember having an argument with somebody that just said, "Oh, I love that. I love that." Everything was like a 13-year-old girl when I was about 10 years old. And I was just like, how can you love anything if you love everything? Like, it doesn't have any meaning if everything is love, which was so myopic at the time. But that was the perspective that I was holding as a young boy. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit more about the etymology of love and some of the history just as an origin of it, and some things that I learned about in my experience about how the depths of love are, especially because I came from a place that didn't have a lot of clarity around this word. So trying to get to pull it up on my phone because my mouse stopped working. Interesting. Don't know how I'm going to turn this off. So let's look up. I had this all set up for you guys. I was going to share the screen, and that's not working. So let's just talk a little bit about the origins of this word love. As a noun, comes from Old English lufu, feeling love, romantic sexual attraction, affection, friendliness, love of God, love as an abstraction or personification. It comes from Proto-Germanic lubo, which is also the High German lubi, which was joy, German lieb, which was love, which is love, Old Norse, Old phrase in Dutch, lof. This word is everywhere. It's got so much presence. German Lob, L-O-B, was praise. Old Saxon Läuf, Old Frisian Laif, Dutch Lief, Old High German Liab. So these are the origins of the words lieb. And when you know the origins of the word, then the true essence of what that word is displaying seems to be revealed. And the more that I have awareness around this, that's why I read this stuff off. It's not just because it doesn't have any meaning. It's because once I know that love comes from the root of joy, praise, and here Gothic liufs, dearly beloved. The pi root in the Germanic words, leib, to care or desire. This is where this word comes from. And in the weakened sense, it's liking or fondness, was an Old English meaning. A beloved person came about in 13th century. So not long ago in the scheme of things. Let's see what else we got here. The phrase "a love of money" did not come until 1580. So that whole love of money, that's not what Jesus said. Or for love or money, not of money. The phrase "love, no love lost" didn't come into the 17th century. To fall in love, 15th century. So this is relatively new. In love with, again, 15th century. Make love, 1570s. To use love as, and in that case, and make love was actually just pay amorous attention to, just to show affection for. 1950 became love affair. These are very new words. And love life, as one's collective amorous activities, is from 1919. So this is 100 years old. It's amazing to watch how these words change their meanings throughout the time. And when things lose their meaning, they lose a certain amount of value. And I think where I'd like to point things to, I'll put this down, is when, like, valuing the love that you have for yourself and making that the primary objective. That's your primary thing to do every single day. More important than brushing your teeth and doing your hair or even getting out of bed is loving yourself. Now, brushing your teeth, doing your hair, getting dressed, getting out of bed may be an expression of loving yourself, right? It may be a way that I give a gift to myself. I take care of myself because I love myself, right? But it's not the love for myself. The actual love is a deeper feeling of this gratitude for existence, for having this praise as the root of the word talks about, the praise, the devotion, the joy, and that overwhelming sense of gratitude, appreciation, that praise for myself. Starting with that is primary. And I know when I was growing up, I was taught that's selfish. That's selfish. You got to love everybody around you. This is how I did relationships too. This is great. I would give my partner all my love with this expectation that they would give me all of their love. And invariably, I would fail at giving them all of my love and attention. And invariably, they would fail at giving me all of their love and attention because that's not the way it's supposed to work. And then we'd be in a heated argument about it. And it was like, no, you don't love me because you didn't blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I would be like, they don't love me unconditionally because they got upset at me and didn't do X, Y, Z when I wanted them to do it. But actually, it was me putting the conditions on it because I was saying they didn't love me because they didn't do that thing that I wanted them to do. And that's why loving yourself is so primary, because when you love yourself without condition, then it doesn't matter what anybody else does. It doesn't matter how anybody else treats me, because I already have that core connection with myself. And when I love myself, this is the other funny thing, is when I love myself, then the people in my sphere, the people come around me, show me love. I only see love from them. It's when I have my own insecurities, my own self-doubt, that I see my insecurities and doubt manifesting through the reflection of those people around me. So the only person you got to love is the person in the mirror. And when you do that, you will see the reflection of everybody around you as loving. Because love with conditions, Emily said something the other day. Actually, it was yesterday. I'm going to read it because, and for those of you that don't know, Emily's my baby mama, love of my life, my one. And she taught me a lot about this, and falling infinitely in love with someone else. And she said, love from others without self-love is just validation. That's all it is. It's just validation. And she said that. I'm like, write that down here. I'm going to talk about that on harmonization. So she actually came up with today's topic today, and wrote it down in my notes here for the harmonizations. So think about that. Like, if you love yourself primarily, ain't nothing going to touch you. It's when I empty out my own cup and give to everybody else and put myself on the back seat that I run empty, and then resentment builds, and it's actually not loving to myself nor loving to anyone else to behave that way. Keep your cup full, fill that whole entire isness with the praise and the gratitude for this existence, and everybody else around you turns on with the same thing. And this didn't happen for me over the night. It wasn't like, oh, I all of a sudden I realized the love of myself. I still finding more depths of love between myself, my child now, Emily, like the family that comes with it. And it's teaching me a lot about loving deeper in myself, all the flaws, all the things that could upset people about me. And then I'm seeing what comes back as a reflection. So it's consistent upgrade, I think, right? Because it's an infinite depth to what love is. So love yourself. Love yourself. It doesn't matter if you got to look in the mirror 1,000 and stare at yourself and say, I love myself 1,000 times every morning. There's actually a great book called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. Read that a long time ago, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's got some really great, it's a really short read, New York Times bestseller, and escaping the name of the author is escaping me, but Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. Pick it up, read through it, do the exercises, get your partner to do the exercises as well, and watch how it changes how you feel about yourself and how you feel about the rest of the world. Because love is really all you need. Love is everything. Love is there. That's why it's not conditional. That's why God would allow things to happen that seem bad to us mere mortals, or to mere mortals, right? And say, why is God doing this to me? God's not doing it to you. You're doing it to yourself. Doing it to yourself, and God's allowing you to do it to yourself because God loves you. So he allows you to, and he, whatever, the universe, source, energy, whatever, there's so much love that allows you to do whatever you choose. That's the free will. That's the beauty of it being in this human incarnation, is having that free will. So by being human, you could pretend, you could forget, you could put shadows over it. So let's fill it with some love. Let's get into that space. And that's all actually ever ask for anyone else, I think, is for them to love themselves. Right? Like when Emily got pregnant, a friend of mine said, just women who had children already, actually younger than me, I mentored him for many years. And he gave me probably the best advice of the pregnancy. He said to me, hey man, she's going to go through a lot of emotions. She's going to have a lot of hormones going on, a lot of changes in her body. Her body doesn't even not even hers anymore. It's not going to look the same. She's not going to feel the same. And all the hormones released, everything. Just remind her that her only job is to love herself and then love the baby. Love herself and love the baby. And it was so profound. And that advice and doing that, practicing that with Emily, transformed the entire pregnancy. Anytime she got worked up, it's just like, hey, love yourself. Are you loving yourself? Just asking her at random, are you loving yourself right now? And it would just completely redirect her train of thought, right? If she wasn't already, many times she was. And if she said yes, I'm saying, what about the baby? And then, so there's two things. Primary is herself. And then next is anything external. And that transformed our relationship. That transformed her relationship with herself, I think, and deepened the connection between the two of us, deepened connection between her and the baby and me and the baby. And I started applying it everywhere I went. So, love, you have it. You are full of it. You have an infinite well of it. And the more that you have and you tap into that well, the more that you express it and share it, the more heaven you get to experience. It's that simple. Like you're putting in the most simple words. That's how it works. Same thing happens with all the other feelings too, right? You have an infinite power to pull through any emotion and express it however you want and create it in your reality. So I choose love. I invite you to choose love in yourself and then outward. Always yourself primary. That's the distinction. That's the distinction that I want anybody here takes away from this, because I went a long time in my life thinking that I was supposed to give my love to my partner, give away my love and empty myself, and then they were supposed to fill me back up. And it created some challenges, created some messes, created divorce, or lots of breakups. So hop into your position. I'm gonna just drink a little bit of water here. It's coconut water. I'm gonna do a little feeling of love here. Just rolling the shoulders, rolling the neck. If there's any spot of your body feels tight, this is the perfect time. Just open it up. And even if you're not going to stick for the whole harmonization, whatever, just take a moment, get your body opened up. It's early. Take a few breaths with me. You don't have to stay for the whole thing or stay for the whole thing. And see how you feel at the end of it. It may be the best thing you've done in a long time for anybody that hasn't done this before. So just dropping in to your belly, begin breathing through your nose, and put your hand on your belly and just watch how your belly rises, breathing in through your nose, filling the belly up with air. And then the chest. And feel how the chest pulls up from the heart up to the sky, and the heart comes forward. I'm leading with my heart. I'm leading with that courage, that love that beats in my heart, and exhaling out. Feel free to bring the tips of your fingers together and really equalize the meridians as I'm showing here. Just begin to become one with that breath. Just feel how things are moving. And becoming aware of the energy within. The vitality and life force. And then just on a scale from 1 to 10, tapping in, where is my level of love for myself right now? Maybe a 1, maybe forgotten about, maybe a 10, maybe I'm thinking about it from the whole conversation, or that might be how your natural state is. Whatever it is, it's perfectly fine. And add some sound to start moving some energy here. Just keep breathing and noticing the level of love that you have within yourself. Watch that number begin to grow with each breath, climbing up. And if you're already at a 10, watch how it can expand beyond you. Each breath filling every single cell with more love. Maybe chanting, I love myself in the mind's eye or out loud. I love myself, 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 I love myself. Just repeating it may sound or feel quirky. If it does, that means do it more. The voice comes in that I don't need to do that, do it. Maybe sending that love to any part of the body that feels any tightness, tension, any extra weight that I'm carrying. Just sending love. Only think about yourself right now, none of the to-do list or anyone else, or your job, or anything else. Just all about how much you love yourself. It could be physical attributes, your eyes, your skin, your hair, your height, your body. It could be your way of being, your virtues, your core values. It could be your entire shadow side. It is especially the shadow side that gets forgotten about so much. So if you're impatient, love that about yourself. Maybe even look for that thing that you wish you could change about yourself and just love it. Now, can you take all that love inside yourself and double it? Just feel how that is in the body, in the mind, in the heart. Look for the vibration within. That fullness of pure love. And once you feel like you're coming to real clarity on this love, pulling it in the heart from a deeper source. With each inhalation, breathing in, filling with love. On the next exhalation, releasing all of that love, giving it all to all of humanity, all of the stars, all of the nature, all of the people, all of the sentient beings. Notice at the bottom exhale, still filled with this vibration and filling back up. Becoming full and attempting to empty the self, giving it to all things outside of me. Especially the things that previously I did not like. I'm loving them. For I am all that I see. I am birthed of this unconditional, this divine love, this divine love. I am filled with it, and I have an infinite supply to project out on all that comes into my awareness. One more deep breath, filling the chest, filling the belly and the chest with air and full love. Bringing the hands to prayer position in front of the heart, pressing them together, embodying this vibration with every sense of my being so that I walk, I talk, I act, I think from this vibration. All things come. For I am the light, I am the life, I am the truth, and I am the love. Lowering the hands down, gently opening the eyes. May you experience so many blessings today and every day. May you bestow blessings upon all. Come into your awareness and feel the deepest sense of love you ever have for every moment of today. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. And if you know anybody that needs this kind of stuff or could benefit from it, please share, tag, all that jazz. Have an amazing, amazing, blessed day. Ciao.